You're a very curious man.
Indie games, am I right? Yeah, am I right, guys? Am I right? Indies have been taking over the industry for a while now, since AAA devs are clearly asleep at the wheel when it comes to some of these new games. Not only have they been taking over the industry, but they've also been taking over my computer, because I've been playing so many indie games in semi-recent times. Not to say that indies are something new to me, because I've always been a big fan of them, but I feel like recently I've been doing nothing but playing indie games in my room like a dweeb. Since I've played a good handful of indie games in my life, and I've been playing a few recently too, I just want to share some that have stood out to me. These aren't necessarily new games, this is mainly just a list of games that I've played at some point and enjoyed enough to want to talk about in this video that you're currently watching right now. But I'm actually gonna start with a new one. So let's talk about a few quick matches. All right, so this game is like Yummy Hustle, but if it was Smash Bros. But also if they removed like all the lame shit. As an ex-Smash Bros addict, I am very familiar with platform fighters, and I've been into them for years now. For whatever reason, there's a lot of indie platform fighters out there. I don't know why that's such a common genre to make, but go off, I guess. Actually, like Brawlhalla, Rivals 1 and 2, Slap City, Brawlout, Fraymakers, Combo Doubles, Rushdown, Revolt, and that's only the ones that I know, right? There's probably like 300 more than that. The good thing about having so many of them though is that most of them have really unique gameplay mechanics and stuff, like Brawlhalla's weapon system and Rivals 1's Steam Workshop support. But I think my favorite unique gameplay thing has got to go to a few quick matches. Don't get me wrong, right? I think defensive options are super important in fighting games and all that, but it really isn't super fun holding block all the time, man. I don't know what to tell you. Removing almost every single defensive option in the game was a really bold choice, but I think it works really well for it. Since it's such a fast-paced game, you constantly want to be moving anyways, so you're probably not going to want to sit there and block. Plus, the pair is a super high-risk, high-reward mechanic that still gives you some semblance of traditional defense at the cost of you potentially missing it and probably dying for it. While I was reading this, I just remembered the game has a burst. That's also a defensive mechanic too, I guess. You only get one per stock though, so use that wisely. You also have an on-stage roll. don't ever use the roll. Even the offensive mechanics in the game are pretty deep. You can cancel almost all of your moves into an air dash to continue your combo or to position yourself differently or whatever, but that in turn uses up one of your very few aerial recovery tools. It's kind of similar to the parry mechanic, where if you use it properly you get rewarded with a cool ass combo, but if you mess it up you risk making offstage recovery that much more difficult. Not only is the game super unique mechanically, but the characters are sick too. There aren't a lot of characters, but they all feel completely different from each other. Like Rend is a bit slow but has a lot more range and damage with his attacks. Eureka doesn't hit as hard as Rend, but she makes up for that by being a super quick combo demon, and Noct is a bit. The music's also really good, and despite the game only being made up of stick figures, it still has a pretty unique style going for it. This game had a literal chokehold on me from the moment I opened it for the first time. It's super fun, and anyone who even remotely likes platform fighters should definitely check it out. It's super cheap, unlike literally every other game ever, so if you have money to spare, please get it and support the creator. I know that soon they're adding Ninja from Yummy Hustle to the game, and apparently there's a few more collabs on the way, so I'm sure the game's gonna have a lot more updates for a while. I hope saying that didn't date the video. You know, despite the abundance of platform fighters throughout the years, it's still pretty cool seeing a new unique take on the genre. And speaking of unique takes on genres, let's talk about ATLYSS. Okay, I know this game looks crazy, but hear me out. Yes, this is a furry Gunnar-bait game, but it's one of the most fun and engaging action RPGs I think I've ever played. The combat isn't like the most in-depth combat system I've ever played in my life or anything, but the difficulty of the game along with the parry system made me a lot more attentive while playing. Like I was actually paying attention to what was going on the screen instead of just like mindlessly pressing buttons, which to me is a lot more enjoyable. The best part of the gameplay though, in my opinion, is definitely the movement. The movement in this game feels insanely smooth. Like look at this. If you want the best movement experience out the gate, I promise you, start with the Poon Race and pick the Bandit class. The Poon Race's starting ability gives you a crazy speed boost, and one of the Bandit class's passive abilities is just like more movement options, so you can literally zoom around the map so fast that the camera can't even catch up with you. This game has some great music too. The songs are all amazing and have this really unique and memorable sound to them. I'm not smart enough to explain all this technical music nerd stuff, but the music in this game feels like connected in a way, as if the songs themselves are part of the in-game world. A standout song for me is definitely the character creation song. Like I love that song, man. It's so good. It's so good. I love it. I love that song. Anyways, another big bonus with this game is that it's also like absurdly flexible with its character building. For starters, the character creation is great and is pretty in-depth with its options for how you want your character to look. There are literally sliders that let you change basically any part of your body, and yes, that includes those parts, you freak. Also, tummy slider. I I'm a fan of that. I like that. There's also a good amount of different races to choose from that all have race-specific customization options and abilities and stuff like that. The character customization is cool and all, but the real freedom comes with their actual in-game build. There are obviously the standard classes you get in RPGs with different skills and passes and stuff, but you can also just put whatever you want on your character. Like if you find a magic skill in a dungeon, but you're a bandit or something, you can still learn it, which is sick. When you get further into the game, you also get access to other racial abilities too. Even if you aren't that race, you can kind of mix and match whatever you want with your build. Not only that, but there are also items in the game that let you change the scaling of any weapon you want so that you can make it align more with your build. Like, dude, this game is super cool. The last few updates for this game have been really good, so hopefully KISS keeps cooking with the next ones too. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, the game was made by a solo dev. I don't know what KISS is smoking, but please, actually, you know what? Please smoke more of it. I hope some new stuff gets added soon too, because my only gripe with the game is that you run out of content kind of quickly, so you either got to start a whole new character or wait for another big update or something. But I understand that KISS is just one person, and that takes a lot of time, so I don't mind waiting patiently for another banger update to drop. So yeah, ATLYSS is super fun and cool. Go play it right now. Call me a furry all you want, blah, blah, blah. I don't even care, bro. I am part of the Sally squad though. I am part of the Sally syndicate. We love Sally. We stan Sally. For the last game, I'm going to talk about something that isn't even out yet, but it's a game I'm definitely looking forward to, and I want to talk about it right now, right now. It's Scratchin Melodii. I want to talk about Scratchin Melodii. This game is so silly. I love it. I love this game. It's a rhythm game, right? It's kind of a spiritual successor to Parappa the Rapper, and if you know anything about me, you know that I'm a big fan of Mr. Rappa. This game is super stylish, super expressive, and super fun. The menus are sick. The character designs are awesome. The music bangs. Like, dude, literally everything in this game is like wowies out. The game doesn't just focus on one genre or aesthetic either. Like, you know how all the songs in Parappa are all hip-hop and rap inspired? Lemmy doesn't count. This game doesn't do that at all. Like, it has hip-hop, vaporwave, funk. Like, it has so many different genres, and they all sound so good. It's insane. You can feel the creator's passions and inspirations literally pouring out of this game as you play it. This game is a huge love letter to early 2000s street style and older Sega games. It literally has references to Jet Set Radio and Sonic everywhere. There's even a direct reference to Sega Superstars Tennis, which I'm not gonna lie, I kind of forgot existed until I saw the reference. This game is so cool. Like, I can't stress it enough. If you're a fan of Parappa, or like rhythm games in general, like FNF and stuff like that, if you like that type of vibe, you gotta check this game out. Even if you don't like rhythm games and you just mess with the style of the game, you should still check it out. I promise you will absolutely love it. Fair warning though, this game is a little difficult. Like, if you're not locked in by the third song, you're probably gonna lose. The game has a Steam page where you can wishlist the game, and there's a free demo available on itch.io that you can download literally right now, and you should download it literally right now. And don't worry guys, I will be posting both of those links in the description. All right, there's no need to worry guys. All right, they don't do it too often, but every few months or so, the creator of the game posts updates and shows progress in the game. So if you want to keep up with that, make sure you follow them or subscribe to them, or do whatever you want. I don't know. I'm really hyped to see what this game is like when it actually releases, because the demo was extremely well done and the gameplay previews look pretty sick. Who knows though, maybe the game will come out tomorrow. I mean, that's not happening, but it would be pretty cool, I think. Yeah, that's all the games I want to talk about. For now at least. There's still a good handful of indie games that I'm interested in right now. Some of them are released and some of them are still in development, but I feel like 3 is enough for a video. And honestly, I'm straight up too lazy to continue writing the script. I love talking about games and stuff that I'm passionate about, but I don't want this video to be like 3 hours long of me talking about games that I can talk about in another video, which I will be doing, by the way. This was like one of the most fun scripts I've made in a while. Anyways, do you guys see that Gorillaz was added to Fortnite? Dude, I love Gorillaz. It's kind of wild seeing them in Fortnite. I don't know. I just kind of felt like mentioning that. Also, Sonic Racing Crossworlds, the beta is really cool. It's not done yet, but it's really cool. I'm loving this game. Yeah, that's about it. Okay, bye.
Like and subscribe.